buck fever, babe. Never lose it. I love watching her grow, gain experience and confidence. I can literally see her learning something every time we go out.
Oh, he's right there.
No matter how big or impossible your dream, the path to realize it begins with one small step, then another, and you simply do not stop.
I like rifle season because I like having the hunters, and I love like the tradition, and like in this area it's very popular, so it's all like, it's like almost like a whole community kind of thing, and everyone's like excited.
Looking back at my own journey, I see now how all my experiences trapping and hunting around the farm served as my training ground. Not only to go on hunting adventures around the world, but also the foundation of any success achieved in my life.
Seeing how like my grandpa and my great grandpa, they all love deer hunting, so I think it's special that I get to do this with my dad.
I can think of no better time spent raising my daughters than in the very same woods, fields, and swamps my dad and grandpa shared with me.
Do this.
There you go. Now so you gotta cinch them tight.
Going into my second season of rifle hunting, I for sure by that time had way more confidence of shooting guns, and I was just way more prepared because last year I did not have it was my first time shooting an animal, and especially with the gun, I was just like, it was so much at once and learning a lot. So definitely I carried all that experience and took it to the second year, and I was ready.
Toasty feet is a sign of being spoiled.
Yeah. This thing
I didn't have warm feet until I was like 30 years old.
Are you ready, Dad?
Yeah, Charlie, I'm leaving you in charge of the rifle.
Where is it?
And the bullets. I actually don't know. I think it's in the corner there.
Nice hat.
Got a little bit of a front shift. Cold weather's coming. I kind of got to believe that the deer animals kind of can sense that. So they know cold weather's coming, and it is colder, but it's going to be 10 degrees colder than what it is now. We might be feeding a little bit extra late this morning.
Well, I'm surprised Frankie doesn't want to go out and shoot it down.
Yeah, she's not into the gun thing. One thing about Frankie, man, when she sets her mind, it's like, that's it. She gets that from her mom. Who's more stubborn, me or mom?
Mom.
You think so?
I would say.
Might have to edit that. We'll put that on my personal reel. Every single time you put a firearm or you move it, first thing you do is check if it's on safety. The last thing you do is check if it's on safety. Does that make sense? Yep. When you set this rifle down, last thing I do, make sure it's on safe. Okay? Now, the first thing you do when you pick it up, you make sure it's on safe. Does that make sense? So by doing this, you're training your eyes. It'll a year from now, just like you progressed on shooting, in a year from now you'll be you already have very good eyes. But a big thing that you're gonna learn is where to look. So I would watch that edge, right along the edge of that cover. Deer love to hang right on the edge. If you notice something that will help you, you tell me. Because in order for us to you said you want to go sheep hunting someday. This is like the training ground to get us to that next level. It's like you got to do all those little things consistently, right? Because you know, when you get out of in the middle of the wilderness in Alaska and the airplane drops you off, if you don't have it, you're screwed for 10 days. Like, your hands are cold now. We're gonna go back home by the fire and eat some chili. When you're out in the wilderness of Alaska, that ain't gonna happen. So, like, that's one of the best lessons that I think that it's taught me, is like, you gotta have your crap together, and you're responsible for, ultimately at the end of the day, when we get to that level of hunting, as you mature, you're gonna be more and more responsible for yourself. Put the rifle there every time, right? Because it's the best place for it, because it's right between the two windows. And then that way, like, when you see a buck, you're gonna know, right? You won't even have to think about it. You know where that rifle is gonna be. Just like the safety check, all that stuff becomes automatic, and you don't even think about it. And it's just like, what you're doing is you're creating good habits that are going to keep you safe, habits that are going to make you more successful. And so you're learning these one at a time, and so that's going to apply to everything in life. If you want to get good at anything, it's just consistently doing the things that you should do over and over and over, and then eventually it's just life. It's just how you live. It's just who you are. Like, you putting the rifle there, that is a very, very minor thing, until one day that buck steps out and he's running across the field, and it saves you that extra 2 seconds. That could mean the difference of you getting the buck or not. This is Grandpa Joe's knife, if you can believe that. Probably one that I won at the fair. These were always my knives. Okay, so I want you to point. If a deer is really far away, and I say, hit him high in the shoulder, where would you aim?
So you got straight up.
High on the shoulder.
Like right there.
Yep, if I told you to aim high on the shoulder, I would probably want you to aim right there.
Whoa.
Meaning, you'd aim there, that the bullet would drop right there. So like, like, let's say a deer was kind of like walking away, and he got out to, like, he starts at 200 yards, your gun is sighted in for 200 yards or less. So 200 yards or less, 220 yards or less, you hold right there. But if he gets out a little farther and I say aim high on the shoulder, I'd want you to aim about right there, a little bit more than halfway up the body, because then the bullet is going to drop and land right there. Okay? Because we won't always have time to turn the dial. Don't worry, Grandpa's knives are always dull.
What is this? Squeeze.
That's silicone. I use that when I silicone to the windows. I think it's time to call it a day. Come back, try her in the morning.
Are you glassing them?
No.
I need you to glass. Make sure there's no bucks. Glass behind them. There you go. You glass behind them. Make sure there isn't a buck following them.
No. Little baby phone.
Charlie, you're a deer spotting machine. Way back out there. They like to cross back there 300 yards away. Dad isn't as tough as he used to be. I used to, like, never want to put any heat on until I was basically frozen. But honestly, we never had heat. I bet you we didn't have heat in any tree stands until I was like in my 20s, ever.
This is my first time ever
Having heat?
having heat.
Well, I think I could get used to it. We've kind of decided that we were going to build a new stand here and retire this old girl. There's some pretty major air leaks going on in here. But it's got a lot of history. You know, use an old rag to fill up some holes. But it's in a good spot. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah.
So, we're talking about when we're leaving. Kind of cold this morning. Actually, Dad is colder than you, but because you really bundled up. So, in rifle hunting especially, it's pretty advantageous if you're the last one to leave the woods. Do you know why?
Why?
Well, because if there's people hunting around you, a lot of times if they get out of their stand, they'll chase deer, right? So they'll spook the deer, and then the deer gotta run somewhere, right? So if you're the last one in your stand in the morning, or even better, if you hunt all day, you never know when somebody else is going to be walking around and kick deer to you. So that's a big part about hunting in the middle of the day this time of year, when you know there's a lot of other hunters going around. Dad is very proud. I'm very proud of you that you've taken so much initiative. You got everything ready for yourself. Every bit of advice I've given you in the last couple of days, you've done. So that makes me proud of you. I'm proud of you no matter what. But the fact that you're doing those things shows me, it makes me want to show you more things and gets me more excited about it, because I can plan that. All right, because you're showing genuine interest and in it makes me want to do more for you, because you're humbling yourself by listening to the advice I give. And so now I want to not only help you and teach you more, but it just keeps me more involved and just makes me want to basically serve you more and show you more things. So I appreciate that, you little rat. Oh, enough of the rah-rah stuff. Let's shoot a deer.
Exactly.
Shoot a big buck. Oh, and by the way, thank you for telling me I have bad breath this morning.
You're welcome. My dad's breath is horrible, because when he tries to whisper to me in like my ear and everything, I'm just like, get away. But it's funny because I make fun of him for it. And plus it's early in the morning, so I'm not in like the greatest of a mood. So I think it irritates me a little bit more, but it's funny.
24th of November, Friday. Just saw a nice buck. I don't think he was a giant. We saw him out in that brushy grass there. He was working to the left. catch another glimpse of him. We're thinking maybe I can get a glimpse of him over here. Cold this morning.
Yeah.
13 degrees. We do have the heater running. We're not that tough. This is the first deer we've seen. Charlie was just saying, "Oh, I'm not very patient." She's like, "I think maybe all the big bucks are gone." I'm like, "No, there's still a couple around." He was at least an 8-pointer, if not a 10-pointer. So we're gonna keep our eyes peeled. That's right where we saw that buck about 20 minutes ago. He might be right behind her, Charlie.
I don't see the doe.
You can just see her head.
Oh, now I see her.
Yeah, her head just went down, yeah. Oh, there he is. There he is, Charlie.
Shut up.
Just watch him. Yeah, he's right behind her.
I don't even see her.
Out to the right a little bit. He's right behind, between those two big oaks.
Oh, I see her. I see him.
Yeah, he's gonna step out, I think. Or we'll get a glimpse of him.
It's gonna be so.
Pretty far away, 300 yards.
Yeah.
There he is.
Oh, he's not that big, but that's good. That's decent size.
Yeah, he's not bad. He'd be a pretty good first buck.
Oh,
And that might be a different one.
yeah. Really?
Yeah.
He's still not bad.
Yeah, he's following that doe, so anything might happen. Yeah, they're going away, it looks like.
Yeah.
And to be honest, Charlie, I think for a first buck, it's okay to just shoot whatever, because if you shoot like a 2.5 or a 3.5-year-old buck, it's like one more year, they'd be pretty good, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I just want you to pick a buck that you'd be happy with. And if you don't want to shoot one, that's fine. We'll just shoot a doe or two for meat. And
Did he go up the hill?
yeah, at last I saw, he went away. But he's definitely interested in that doe, and I saw him licking a branch, so he's feeling a little ready this morning. It's cold. This is the coldest morning we've had all fall.
Yeah.
There's bigger ones out here than him, or around anyway. But that's cool. You just look there again. Look at how fast that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be diligence is the word. To just stick to it. Keep looking.
Watching that buck chase that doe was awesome for me to watch. That was my first time seeing a real mature buck while hunting, and it was definitely more exciting than watching those other little bucks we were seeing that season.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was the same one I saw earlier, but this one didn't look quite as big. How many points do you think he had?
It's probably an 8-pointer.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. I was thinking he might have been a 10 earlier, and it might be two. It could definitely be two different bucks. You never know.
Yeah.
I remember I shot my first elk. I've only killed 2. I saw a big 6-pointer, and I went down into the timber and I snuck around. It was like a mile away, and then kind of right where I figured he'd come out, all of a sudden here steps a bull. Boom! I shoot him, and then all of a sudden steps out a 6-pointer. He was a pretty good 5x5, but I thought he was all alone. So I learned a lesson there. If I'd have paid a little closer attention, it would have taken me 2 seconds just to confirm that he was a 6x6. And if I'd have just waited 2 seconds, because literally as soon as I shot, that other one jumped out. And I was like, no. But I was still happy.
Yeah.
You getting cold?
Yeah, my
just, it's cold, what can I say? It tastes delicious. I don't want any of it to go to waste. Been sitting out here for an hour and a half.
It's pretty chilly. How good's that fire gonna feel?
Good.
Are we still gonna fast today?
Yes.
Day after Thanksgiving, we're bloated like wood ticks. Hey, it was cold this morning. The pea was darn near freezing on its way out. I complain about a lot of things that are made in China, but this is not one of them. These things, pretty sweet. Feeling good about tonight, Charlie? No? Feeling good about your nap? You feel good about tonight, you just aren't supremely confident.
Yeah, we haven't seen a thing.
I haven't shot a buck in 6 years. So that takes diligence and persistence, perseverance. You gotta stick with it, especially if you want a big buck. That's what it takes. For every day that you hunt for that big buck, it'll just be a little bit sweeter when you get them. First deer of the night.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
Oh yeah, what's that one? That's a buck too. A little one. So if they're hanging around there, there very well might be a doe in heat running around.
They're both baby bucks. Not really baby, but they're little bucks.
Yeah, little guys. Yearlings. So they're a year and a half old. Birch trees. The white ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're starting to move now. 4:15. Got about 40 minutes of shooting light left.
Now they're running.
I'd be putting the glasses up, Charlie, and making sure there's not a buck behind them.
The turkeys.
We got some does coming. Charlie decided she's ready to take one now. 3 does and a fawn.
One's about to step out.
Okay.
Is that the
Here,
laser?
I'll wait. Or I'll double check. That might be I think that's a doe. I'll double check.
bite the shoulder. Just pick a hair, squeeze it very slow. Take your time. Shoot one hair.
Drilled her.
I feel really confident.
I'm pretty sure she just piled up.
Wait, it's not letting me go on safety.
Right, because you gotta eject the shell first. So eject the shell really hard.
Do that way?
Yep, just go up, pull over. Now go forward. Now go on safety. She tucked her leg.
I feel confident about it.
Were you right behind the shoulder a little bit? Kind of right in that
Like
V.
straight up.
Okay. Yeah, I think you drilled her. I heard the whack. I think we might have full freezers this year, Bubba. I love it. I feel confident that you hit it good. It tucked its leg. I think you killed it. I think that was a yearling, so I think that's the perfect deer. It'll be good eating, no foam. Let's go check her out.
Okay.
I think you did good. I'm pretty sure I saw her go down.
Okay. Should I bring the rifle?
You a little excited? Heck yeah, you bring the rifle. Never leave your rifle. Never, ever, ever leave your rifle.
After shooting my doe with my rifle, after I pulled the trigger, I knew right then and there that I was super confident. I knew I had her. And I always use this motto that my dad always says, pick a hair, squeeze the trigger slow. And after that, like, I just knew, like, I had her down and I felt so confident in my shot.
Are you like, it's exciting?
Yeah, I wasn't, but now I am. After my shot, I'm more shaky now.
That's called buck fever, babe. Never lose it. Let's go get him. You're on safety, right? And then you want to turn your scope power right back down again. Okay. I love watching her grow, gain experience and confidence. It's pretty cool. She's taken so much ownership in it. You can literally see her learning something every time we go out. It's fun.
My confidence for sure has come from practicing shooting a lot and just like hunting squirrels, just knowing like how to get your rest fast and how to get comfortable with shooting. And we've been shooting some trap, and that for sure, like, just those little like times and efforts of like shooting for sure made me just feel so much confident with my shot.
That's one thing to do is you always want to, right after you shoot, you want to mark exactly where you shot and where you last saw the animal. So it's up here. I see her there, Bubba.
Oh, she's right there.
Yeah. She didn't go far. Daddy shot two of his biggest bucks right here. One was 153 right here, 182 right over there. I think that's a perfect deer for us, Bubba. Pretty sure it's a yearling. Oh yeah, that's a big doe. Maybe that's not a yearling.
Oh, it's a little high.
Perfect.
Just
So
a
that would
little
be
high.
the exit. Yeah.
Oh. I would want to go like right here.
Yep. Great shooting, Bubba. You're calm, cool, and collected, and gaining confidence. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
The fish shack strikes again, huh?
Yeah.
Good shot, Bubba.
You can't even see it.
Yeah. You saw the exit, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. Well, that's your third deer, 3 does. One of these days it's going to pay off. You're going to get a nice buck.
Yeah. I like their winter coats. It's so cool.
So that's your third deer. What do you notice about yourself and how you're progressing?
A lot more confident, and actually like taking my time to like know where I need to like aim and just be more confident about my shot.
Yep. Well, you've been practicing a lot. You've been very consistent. You've been consistent with your practice, and you're doing all the little things right. You're taking it step by step, and you're doing good. You ready to gut this baby?
Yeah.
All right, Bubba. Proud of you, girl. Good job, Boo Boo. I forgot my phone. Bubba. You like Bubba. You like Bubba or Boo Boo?
Bubba.
Bubba, I love it. What girl wants to be called Bubba? Look at that. What a pretty night. Thank you, Lord. We are blessed to have a grandpa that has, that we have land, right, to hunt. We get to do this. We're pretty fortunate. Proud of you, you little rat.
Thank you.
I'm out of here. I gotta go let the dog in.
Bye, Grandpa.
Good job. Good job. You're a huntress. You're gonna be like Brenda Quaddy. Yeah. Good girl.
She's deadly, Grandpa.
Well, she learned from the best, her grandpa.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember Grandpa showing you how to shoot too often, do you? Maybe with some of the times I was gone, huh?
Yeah. Showed her how to shoot bull.
Yeah. I was telling her I know one guy that didn't kill his first 3 animals with 3 shots. Took me 4 to kill my first one.
Me too, probably.
And I know there was one took me 9.
Really?
I think I hit it on the 9th shot. Ran 2 clips through that sucker. That one, that big 8-pointer behind Gorski's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that thing was like running. I was standing. I'd never shot at a running animal. I just kept shooting, and finally right at the end he actually stopped, wondering what is all this banging, and then I knew I had 1 shot, so then I actually aimed and then I hit him. Yep. Well, let's go get him, get her gun.
Okay.
Bye, Grandpa.
See ya,
Bye-bye.
Appreciate
See you
it.
tomorrow. Yep.
We're pretty lucky to have all that land.
Yeah, thanks, great grandpa.
Yep. Oh, that made his night.
Did you actually have to take 9?
Oh, yeah.
Having my grandpa there, it makes the experience way more enjoyable for me. I think it was extra exciting for my grandpa to watch me shoot this doe, just knowing that the tradition of deer hunting is like still going, and because it was my great grandfather's passion, it was just hunting, and it for sure is my grandpa's and my dad's, so it's fun that I get to be a part of that like tradition. I'm glad that my grandpa and my great grandpa like started off doing it, because now it's definitely a for sure like fun sport for me and my dad to do.
Doe and a fawn, Charlie. Oh, that's a buck. That's the one I saw yesterday.
He's like running away.
No, just walking to the left. He's about to jump the fence way to the far left in the big oaks. Way away by the fence. He's not a giant by any means. 2.5-year-old buck, probably.
Yeah, he's still not very big.
Definitely passing it.
Yeah. That's pretty much an 8-pointer.
Very thin horn.
So maybe in about 2 years, you might get a shot at him. Takes a long time, right?
Watching that buck walk by, I knew it was a farther shot than I think I was comfortable at the time for being like a new hunter, but also it wasn't like as big as I was kind of hoping, and I was thinking kind of like next year that buck is going to be a good buck to shoot, so if he's like in this round in this area, I could get a shot, an opportunity at him, because I also remember as a kid, my dad and I were hunting, and there was a buck, and I told him he should shoot it, and he's like, no, I think I'm gonna let it live. And I was like, well, what's the point? What is the point we're out here for? And he's like, I think we should just let him live one more year. And then that next year, my grandpa shot him, and he was way bigger. So I think that really brought me to thinking, like, just let the younger ones live, and someone's gonna get opportunity at a way bigger buck, because if we just shoot the little ones, we'll never have good bucks around here. So I think I kind of took that story, remembering it just like to then, because I knew that I wanted him to live one more year.
But yeah, shooting a doe is pretty much the same thing as shooting a yearling buck. You know, they're not particularly smart. But shooting a 4.5-year-old buck or older, them buggers get smart. Even 3.5, particularly 4.5. And that translates into anything in life. If you want to do something really noteworthy or do something of great significance, you're going to have to delay gratification on the front end. And I know, and you know, like Mom and I mean, I don't know how we did it. We were just stubborn, I guess, and I believe the Lord was, I give credit to the Lord that I ever stuck with modern day mountain man as long as we did. I couldn't have done it without Mom, because when I didn't believe in it, she did. And it took 20 years. We did modern day mountain man for 10 years before it ever made a dime. And then the next 10 years it was like just kind of scraping by. And then finally we started to see some payoffs after 20 years. And now, this is why I'm so thankful, is that now it allows us to do the opportunities to do this. To go hunting and do cool stuff with you and your little rat sister Frankie.
Don't overdo it.
Thanks for the reminder. Sorry everybody, I have a tendency of getting long-winded. I want to make a lesson out of everything. And speaking of which, I think I tend to do that because my dad never ever did that. He never taught me he taught by you had to figure it out on your own. He just did stuff and made you do stuff. We all have different styles. I'm not knocking my dad, but I was like, why didn't my dad ever just tell me that's why I was doing that? It could have saved me about 3 years of grief. And so I probably overcompensate. So I'll apologize in advance that I get long-winded and over-analytical and I beat a dead horse sometimes, just like I am now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Okay, cut. So Charli, I give you freedom to say, okay, Dad, you're beating a dead horse.
Okay.
Made your point.
I'll just give you a thumbs up.
There's got to be a buck in there. And they're acting like they're being chased.
There is one with little forks.
Oh, that's what's doing it, yeah.
That really dark one.
Oh, yep, I see it. That's what's going on. It is a buck. Yeah, you can see how thin his neck is and how obviously his antlers are really small, but yeah, you never know when a giant is going to step out like, hey, is there really a doe here to breed? Oh, I'll take her, thank you very much. And then that's when Charli puts the old 7mm 08 out there and wazam!
7mm.
Down goes Frazier.
What did you say?
7mm 08.
7mm?
08.
I definitely think I did grow a lot from these past couple of years, and taking more my personal time of helping out and getting all this hunting stuff together and not just showing up and just shooting.
So what's your dream animal to hunt?
Tall sheep in Alaska.
Okay, So let's say you just shoot a doll sheep, and let's say a grizzly bear comes out and charges us, right?
Okay.
We're on a doll sheep hunt, grizzly bear charges us. Do you need to be to the point where you automatically know what to do, or should you be saying, Daddy, what do I do? What do I do? You need to have your scope needs to be already on low power. It needs to be automatic. And let's say we empty our rifles and we shoot into this bear, and he's still charging and he's still alive. Do you think we should have you saying, Daddy, help me load my rifle. Daddy, I can't. Do you think we can afford to have that? No. That's why I'm making you do this. Right? It all has to happen in progression, and you have to be self-sufficient. If you want to hunt to that level, this is your training ground. And I think you're getting that, kid. That would be so awesome to go hunt doll sheep.
Yeah.
That'd be way cool.
Because it actually probably tastes good.
Oh, doll sheep tastes better than whitetail deer.
No, really?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's good.
But grizzly bear's not good.
Nah, not so good.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, that'd be my dream, is you and I go on a combination hunt. You hunt sheep and I'll hunt grizzly. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
What do you like about it?
Hunting.
Yeah. Must be something that you like about it, to get up at 5:30 in the morning and get your hands bloody.
Watching nature wake up, maybe.
Oh, I love that. Mornings are my favorite. I don't like to get up always, but just being out there, it's like you feel like you've accomplished something right out of the gate. Just being up early when nobody else is, and then just seeing something that nobody else will see. I like that, because it's kind of like just your private moment for you and God. Nobody else knows. You know, nobody else in the world knows what happened here today other than us and God. I like that. Windy and cold. Where are we, Charlie?
Grandpa's stand.
Yep. Your great grandpa Bill. This is his stand. It's the last night of the Wisconsin deer season.
As much as she's improved and matured, one thing Charli has yet to learn is each season passes quicker than the last. With my dad sitting in his pickup on a field edge a few hundred yards away, it seemed fitting that our final sit of the year was in my grandfather's old stand. As long as Bubba continues to get out of bed those early mornings, takes initiative, and grows more responsible, I plan to take her hunting. Will we ever get to go on our Alaska dream hunt? Time will tell. But I do know this. Through diligence, consistency, and hard work, little things become big things. And no matter what Charli hunts or where she ends up in life, I know these times shared with her grandpa and I will not only be some of the fondest memories of her life, but also the training ground for her future. Another Wisconsin whitetail deer season is in the books.